power consumption differences between standby mode, also known as sleep mode, and shutting down a computer and monitor are significant. Standby mode typically consumes 5 to 15 watts, keeping the computer and monitor in a low power state while allowing for a quick resume. Shutdown mode consumes 0 watts because the computer and monitor are completely powered off. The exact power savings depend on the specific devices and their power consumption ratings. As a general rule, shutting down saves significantly more energy than standby mode, especially over extended periods. For example, a computer consuming 10 watts in standby mode for 12 hours a night would consume 120 watt-hours per night. The same computer completely shut down for the same period would consume 0 watt-hours. There are benefits to each mode. Firstly, considering standby mode, it allows for a quick resume, enabling you to start using your computer and monitor almost instantly. Secondly, it is convenient because you do not need to go through the full boot up process. Thirdly, some operating systems allow you to resume your work session exactly where you left off, preserving open programs and files. Considering shutdown mode, firstly, it offers significant energy savings, using less energy than standby mode. Secondly, it protects data, ensuring that your computer and data are protected from power surges or interruptions while you are away. Thirdly, it extends component lifespan, as completely powering down the devices can reduce wear and tear on their components. As a recommendation, if you need to step away from your computer for a short period of time, such as under 2 hours, standby mode can be a convenient option. However, if you are going to be away for a longer period or want to maximize energy savings, it is best to shut down your computer and monitor completely. Therefore, consider the trade-offs between convenience and energy savings when deciding whether to use standby mode or shut down your computer. Weigh the benefits of quick resume against the benefits of reduced energy consumption and potential component lifespan extension. Evaluate how often you use your computer and how long you typically leave it idle. If you only step away for brief intervals, standby mode may suffice. But for longer periods of inactivity, shutdown offers substantial energy savings. Also, think about the environmental impact of your energy consumption and whether you want to minimize your carbon footprint. Shutting down your computer when not in use can contribute to energy conservation efforts. Moreover, consider the potential for power surges or interruptions in your area. If such events are common, shutting down your computer can safeguard your data and hardware. By assessing your usage habits, environmental concerns, and data protection needs, you can make an informed decision about whether to use standby mode or shut down your computer. Keep in mind that the specific power consumption of your computer and monitor may vary. Refer to the manufacturer's specifications for accurate information. Regularly evaluate your power management settings and adjust them as needed to optimize energy efficiency. You can also explore other energy-saving tips, such as dimming your screen, using power strips, and unplugging devices when not in use. By taking proactive steps to conserve energy, you can reduce your electricity bill and contribute to a more sustainable future. Ultimately, the choice between standby mode and shutdown mode depends on your individual preferences and priorities. There is no one-size-fits-all answer, so carefully consider the factors discussed to make the best decision for your situation. Remember that even small changes in power consumption can add up over time, so every effort to conserve energy is worthwhile. Staying informed and making conscious choices about your technology usage can have a positive impact on both your wallets and the environment. To delve deeper into the technical aspects, let's consider the specific components of a computer that consume power in standby mode. The motherboard, RAM, and network interface card typically remain active, drawing a small amount of power to maintain system readiness. The hard drive may spin down to conserve energy, but it can quickly resume operation when needed. The graphics card usually enters a low power state, reducing its energy consumption significantly. In shutdown mode, all of these components are completely powered off, resulting in zero energy consumption. The power supply unit, which converts alternating current from the wall outlet to direct current for the computer components, also consumes a small amount of power in standby mode. This is known as phantom load or vampire power. Even when the computer is turned off, the power supply unit continues to draw a small amount of electricity to maintain its internal circuitry. To eliminate phantom load, you can unplug the computer or use a power strip with an on-off switch. This will completely cut off the power supply, ensuring zero energy consumption. Another factor to consider is the type of operating system you are using. Some operating systems are more efficient at managing power consumption in standby mode than others. Check your operating system's power management settings to optimize energy efficiency. You can typically adjust settings such as the sleep timeout, display brightness, and hard drive spin down time. Some operating systems also offer hybrid sleep modes, which combine the benefits of standby mode and hibernation. Hybrid sleep saves the current system state to both RAM and the hard drive. This allows for a quick resume like standby mode, but also protects against data loss in case of a power outage like hibernation. In addition to computers and monitors, other electronic devices in your home also consume power in standby mode. These include televisions, set-top boxes, game consoles, and audio equipment. To reduce overall energy consumption, consider unplugging these devices when not in use or using power strips with on-off switches. You can also use smart power strips, which automatically detect when a device is not in use and cut off power to it. Smart power strips can save you money on your electricity bill and reduce your environmental impact. Furthermore, consider the long-term cost of energy consumption when purchasing new electronic devices. Look for energy-efficient models with the Energy Star label. Energy Star certified products meet strict energy efficiency guidelines set by the Environmental Protection Agency. Energy-efficient devices may have a higher upfront cost, but they will save you money on your electricity bill over their lifespan. You can also recycle old electronic devices properly to prevent them from ending up in landfills. Many electronics manufacturers and retailers offer recycling programs. Recycling electronic devices helps to recover valuable materials and reduce pollution. By making informed choices about your technology usage and disposal, you can contribute to a more sustainable future. There are numerous resources available online to help you learn more about energy conservation and sustainable living. You can find articles, videos, and interactive tools that provide practical tips and advice. You can also connect with other people who are passionate about sustainability and share ideas and experiences. By educating yourself and taking action, you can make a difference in reducing your environmental impact. The concept of power consumption extends beyond individual devices and applies to larger systems such as data centers and server farms. These facilities consume vast amounts of energy to power and cool the servers and networking equipment. To reduce energy consumption in data centers, various techniques are employed, such as virtualization, cloud computing, and energy-efficient cooling systems. Virtualization allows multiple virtual machines to run on a single physical server, reducing the number of servers required. Cloud computing enables businesses to access computing resources on demand, eliminating the need to own and maintain their own infrastructure. Energy-efficient cooling systems, such as free cooling and liquid cooling, reduce the energy required to keep the servers at optimal operating temperatures. Furthermore, renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, are increasingly being used to power data centers. This reduces reliance on fossil fuels and lowers the carbon footprint of these facilities. The pursuit of energy efficiency is an ongoing process, and new technologies and techniques are constantly being developed. By staying informed and embracing innovation, we can continue to reduce our energy consumption and create a more sustainable future. It is also important to consider the social and economic implications of energy consumption. Access to affordable and reliable energy is essential for economic development and social progress. However, energy production and consumption can also have negative impacts on the environment and public health. Therefore, it is crucial to find a balance between energy needs and environmental protection. This requires a multifaceted approach that includes energy efficiency, renewable energy, and sustainable development practices. It also requires collaboration between governments, businesses, and individuals. By working together, we can create a more sustainable and equitable energy future for all. In summary, the differences between standby mode and shutdown mode in terms of power consumption are significant. Standby mode offers convenience and quick resume, while shutdown mode provides substantial energy savings and data protection. The choice between the two depends on individual preferences and priorities. By understanding the trade-offs and making informed decisions, you can reduce your energy consumption and contribute to a more sustainable future. Remember to consider the long-term cost of energy consumption, the environmental impact, and the social and economic implications. By taking proactive steps to conserve energy, you can make a positive difference in the world. Also, remember to always check your local jurisdiction's guidelines on the proper recycling or disposal of electronics. You can usually find an electronics recycling center nearby. Also, if you have concerns about power surges, you can also get surge protection products at your local hardware store. These can also help protect your electronic devices, including your computer and monitor. Finally, keep in mind that the most efficient option, of course, is to keep the devices shut down. But in some cases, like those where you need to access the computer remotely, then you may need to keep it in standby mode.